Welcome to Make Something with me, David Picciuto, and today I am really excited about this build. We're going to build a new desktop here in my office. If you recall, a few months ago we made these file cabinets here, and right now I just have a piece of walnut plywood sitting on top and I'm using that as my desk. And as you can see, it's not very well organized. There's no room for anything. Everything is in the way. There's no space for my stuff. We're going to fix all that today. I'm so excited about this build because I spend most of my working time here in my office. I'm only in the shop about 2 days a week. The rest of that time is here editing video and working on plans. So here's what we're going to do. If you recall, we made these file cabinets a couple months ago. I'll have a link at the end of the video and down in the description to that build. I also have plans for these file cabinets. Still love them, get some great use out of them. I need my monitor raised up about 2.5 inches to get it to the right height. And that's also going to allow me to slide my MIDI keyboard controller underneath that. If you remember, we made this MIDI keyboard controller last week. And so that will be able to slide underneath that. And then I have my monitor speakers over here. These are going to be raised up and I'm going to have rack mount units. One for this power amplifier over here that's going to fit underneath the speaker, and then one over here for my power conditioner and my audio interface. So the speaker and the monitor, they're going to be raised. I'm going to have room for these things because this is just free flopping up there, can fall over, and that's just taking up space over there. It doesn't need to do that. And the desk is going to be a little bit more deep. It is cheap walnut plywood. You can see it's got voids in there, which I can just push the veneer down into. That's not cool. It's got one coat of finish on there, which I've ruined with drinks and stuff. The new one, we're gonna take care of the new one and we're gonna have a nice protective finish on there. One of the great things about being a woodworker and a maker is I can make something that's so custom to me and it'll fit my office and my needs perfectly. So we're gonna head on over to Ken Craft and pick up some wood. Check it. So the first thing we need to do is take this 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of walnut plywood and cut it down. This is going to be used for the desktop. This is not how you do it. And to make this look like real walnut, we're going to use some iron-on edge banding on the sides here to cover up the plywood edges. For the front edge of the desk, I'm not going to use edge banding, but instead a piece of solid walnut. That way I can route a profile on it. Now this is a little bit darker than my plywood. I'm okay with that. These two boards will make up about 12.5 inches. Right now, the way they come from the hardwood dealer is they both have a jointed edge. But if I join those two edges, I don't get a good grain match. And what I want to do is join these two edges like so. But to do so, I have to So we'll throw a couple more clamps this way and then we'll come back in 20 minutes and scrape off the glue. So we have all our pieces cut for the two ends that's going to hold the speakers and all the rack mount gear. We got the profile routed on here. Next, we need to cut the part where the actual computer is going to sit on. I have this piece of walnut here. I'm going to save this nut, resaw, and make art out of it. You've seen me do that in the past. So pocket holes is the best solution for this project right now here in my shop for me. The type of person who leaves negative comments about pocket holes on YouTube videos is a and doesn't know what talking about. Hey now. Oh man, this is what I've been wanting to do for a long time. I am not sure what took me so long. So the base of this desk are a pair of file cabinets that I made a couple months ago. I'll have a link to that video down below and at the end of the video. The file cabinets were made at a height that could be used for a desk or standalone, so you might want to check that out. This desktop is attached to the file cabinets with pocket hole screws from inside the drawers. Off camera, I added a support that goes along the back so it doesn't sag over time. The shelving unit is not attached to the top. I have it so I can move it out and get to the electronics if I need to. So now the computer monitor is raised to the proper level where I'm not looking down, and my speakers are raised to the proper level where the tweeter is at the same level as my ear. If you recall, last week we made this MIDI keyboard controller. We gutted the plastic case and we made this wood shell. This MIDI keyboard now slides underneath the computer and completely out of the way. I love that. And then my computer keyboard will slide underneath that, giving me all kinds of work surface if I need it. So if you're wondering what some of this stuff is, over here, this is a power amplifier for my monitor speakers because my monitor speakers are not powered, so they need that power amplifier. Over here is a power conditioner. It's basically just like a surge protector, but each channel has an on and off switch. And then below that is my audio interface that I can plug 8 instruments into my computer all at the same time. You're asking, why would you need to plug 8 instruments in your computer at the same time? Well, I have 3 synths, one of them you can't see here, plus a guitar, and then a microphone for podcast and vocals. And I want to have everything always plugged in all the time, ready to go. So all I gotta do is switch this on and I am ready to go. I want to remove the barriers between idea and execution. And so that's what this desk is about. It's about efficiency and having a place to work and a place to be creative. So a couple things that I am going to do. Right now I still have two of my synthesizers sitting on top of my desk. I want them off of the desk. So I think I'm going to build a cart that slides out and then can wheel right next to me so I can work on them and then slide them back that way. I thought about using this file cabinet drawer right here where they would slide out, but I kind of like them in sight. So I think I'm gonna build that wheeled table. I am going to build a really thin little tray that slides out and holds all my pencils and whatnots down in here. I know some people have their computer keyboard slide out. I don't like that. I don't like the height of that. So I'm going to use that as a little tray to hold my pencils and pens and my whatnots. We're still working on my office. When we moved into this house, this was the room that needed the most work. It had the nastiest carpet, some really terrible, ugly walls. We're still working on this wall. The other three walls are all done. That wall over there has stone. This wall is going to have half stone and half drywall. If you remember over here, this wall is dry erase and magnetic, so I can use that to keep notes. This office is filling up with projects that I've made right here on my YouTube channel, which is so cool. So we got the desk build, we got the file cabinets. What else? Remember this coffee mug that I made a long time ago? That's up here. It is now currently my pencil holder. Oh, check this out. Remember the footstool? I use this guy all the time. I love this footstool. And then what else is going on? Oh, we got the door projects. We made the closet and the entry door a few weeks ago. Y'all remember the magazine rack? Leans up against the wall. Nobody reads magazines anymore, huh? I love that my office is filling up with projects that I've made, and I still got more to do. I want to build that cart over there. I want to build another table over there as my shipping station. Next week, we are building a lounge right here in this office. So it's going to be on the wall that you can't see here, but it's going to have storage underneath it. We're going to do some upholstery, and it's going to have some cushions. And hopefully I can go back to Joann Fabrics and find this color fabric, because that's what I want to use for the cushions. That video is coming out next week, so I'm really excited about that. All the music that you heard in today's video was made right here in this office. I am working on an album. So next week for my Patreon peeps, I'm going to do a proper office tour. I want to get some of the off-camera areas cleaned up a little bit first. You don't want to see what's going on in here just yet. So Patreon peeps, look for that next week. So check this out. I want to show you my cool, awesome headphones from Mez. Look at that. They are beautiful walnut. Y'all know I love the walnut, right? So I teamed up with Mez for this video. They sent me these headphones. I love them. Not just saying that, seriously, they sound fantastic. This is the 99 Classic Silver with the walnut. I tell you what I love about these headphones. They are super comfortable. Sometimes my ears get itchy with certain over-ear headphones. I don't get that with these guys. It comes with two different cables. One, this really long one, and this is cloth. This is some high quality stuff here. And then one with the volume and a microphone for your phone, your cell phones. Check this out. It unplugs from both sides of the headphones, so you don't get the one side just dangling on there. That is really, really cool. So I'm kind of an audio nerd. I used to be a recording studio engineer years ago, so I have lots of experience with lots of headphones. Studio headphones have a very flat response. A lot of the headphones that you buy these days, they'll boost up the bass and the treble to give the appearance that they are high end, and it sounds a little fake to me. It doesn't sound like an actual representation of the music that you're listening to. These guys from Mez, they sound great. So I've teamed up with Mez to give away a pair of their in-ear 12 classics. I'm telling you, they sound fantastic. So if you want to win a pair of these, there'll be a link down below to go to my website, and you're gonna have to sign up for my email list. If you're already signed up for my email list, sign up again. You won't get multiple emails, but I need those entries for this drawing. And in 2 weeks over on Instagram, we're gonna do a live Instagram drawing. Not following me on Instagram? There'll be a link down below. Over on Instagram, I'm doing daily stories of what's going on in the shop and in the office and some random things here at home. You get sneak peeks of what's going on. Follow me on Instagram. We're doing all kinds of cool stuff over there. So in 2 weeks, we'll do that drawing live over on Instagram. So come back next week for the lounge project. Really looking forward to that. There's going to be woodworking and upholstery, and it's going to be nothing but good times. Can we just have some fun? All right, folks, that is it. As always, be safe, have fun, stay passionate, and make something.